Hello, today we are going to solve week 5 practice assignment. So let's move to the questions. First questions. There are 42 ways to select a captain and a vice captain from a team of n members. So what is the value of n? Here we are selecting a captain and a vice captain from a team of n members, and it is like a order arrangement because, for example, if we are selecting A as a captain and B as a vice captain, and in the next time if we are selecting B as a captain and A as a vice captain, then these two are two different ways. And selecting a captain and a vice captain from a team of n members is similar to order arrangement, or say permutation of 2 out of n people, which is equal to np2, and its value is given as 42. Now using the formula of permutations, np2 is equal to n factorial upon n minus 2 factorial. This is given as 42, and n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial, which is given as 42. N minus 2 factorial will be cancel out, which will give n into n minus 1 equal to 42. Now solving it, n square minus n minus 42 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. By solving it, by factorizing it, n square minus n can be written as 7n plus 6n minus 42 equal to 0. Taking n as a common, it will be n minus 7. Here if we take 6 as a common, it will be n minus 7 equal to 0. Again, if we take n minus 7 as a common, then it will be n plus 6 equal to 0. From here we will get n equal to 7 or minus 6. Since n is a number of members, so n cannot be negative, so minus 6 will be cancelled out, so n will be 7. Right answer is n is equal to 7. Next question. In the second question, value of NCR and NPR is given, and it is asked the value of R. What will be the value of R? So NCR is given as 220. It implies that NCR is equal to 220. By writing the formula of NCR, it is equal to n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial, which is 220. And NPR is given as 1320. It implies that NPR equal to 1320, which is equal to n factorial upon n minus r factorial, which is equal to 1213. Now I'm to find the value of r. We have two equations and two variable n and r. So let's say this is first equation and this is second equation. By dividing second equation by first, we will n factorial will be cancelled out from the numerator, and n minus r factorial will be cancelled out from the denominator. So we will left with, here I'm dividing second equation by the first equation, then I will get r factorial equal to 1320 divided by 220, which is equal to 6. It implies that r factorial is equal to 6, and we know that 3 factorial values of 3 factorial is 6. It implies that r will be your 3. So value of r will be 3. So let's move to the next question. There are 30 students in a class who are supposed to be seated in a 6 rows containing 6 seats each. That is, 6 rows are given. Let's say first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, and 6. And each row contains 6 seats. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each row contains 6 seats, and in this arrangement, 30 students are supposed to sit there. And it is asked in how many ways they can occupy their seats if two students, namely A and B, are asked to sit in the same row. So constraints are given on the two students, namely A and B. So first let A and B take their seat, because the constraint is given on the two students A and B. If here we know that A can take seat in any of the rows, and there are 6 rows and each row contains 6 seats. So A can take seat in 6 ways. But whenever A has taken its seats, B has left only with 5 seats, because B and A are allowed to sit in the same row. Whichever row A has chosen, B are supposed to sit in that row only. So B is left only with 5 seats. So B has only 5 options to sit. Now A and B has taken their seats. So 28 students are left to be seated, and there are total 36 seats, and two seats has been occupied by A and B. So 28 students are left with 34 seats. So number of bays in this 28 students can occupy out of 34 seats will be equal to 34 P 28, because it is like a order arrangement. So total number of bays that they can occupy their seats is equal to 6 into 6 into 5 into 34 P 28. This is your answer. So right answer is A, 6 into 6 into 5 into 34 P 28. Question number 4. How many 5 digits numbers without repetition are there containing exactly 2 even digits? So we have to find number of 5 digit numbers. Let's say these are places of 5 digits, such that digits must contain exactly 2 even digits. We have 5 even digits, which is 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8, and exactly 2 must be contained in the number. So first choose 2 even digits out of 5, and this can be done into 5C 2 ways, because we are choosing the 2 digits. Now after we have chosen 2 even digits, now we have to arrange them out of the 5 places, which can be done into 5P 2 ways, because there are 5 places and we have to arrange 2 objects. So number of ways to arrange to choose 2 even digits and then arrange them to the 2 places will be equal to 5C2 into 5P2. Now remaining 3 places will be occupied by the odd digits, and we have 5 odd digits, namely 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, and out of 3 places will be occupied by these digits, which will be equal to 5P3. By solving it, we will get 5C2 is equal to 10, 5P2 is equal to 20 and 5P3 equal to 60. So this will be equal to 12,000. But here in that case, what will happen if 0, whenever we are arranging the even digits and we have chosen 0 as the 2 of the 1 digits, and 0 can be come into the first place, and whenever the number where 0 is coming at the first place will be 4-digit number, because any number starting with 0 is the same as number starting with the first places. So that will be your not 5-digit number. So that case has been included in this number, so that has to be excluded. So let's count a number which is starting with 0 and contain exactly 2 even digits, because 0 is considered as an even number. So first fix first place. So let's fix first place as 0. Now remaining 4 digits can be filled by exactly 1 even digits and 3 odd digits. This can be done as for selecting 1 even digit, we have 4C1 base, and then we have to arrange it at the 4 places, which can be done into 4P1 ways, and remaining 3 places will be filled by the odd digits, and we have total 5 odd digits, so that can be done in 5P3 ways. So this will be equal to 4 into 4 into 5P3 is equal to 60. That will be your equal to 960. So number of 5 digits number containing exactly 2 even digits will be equal to 1200 minus 960. This will be equal to 1140. So right answer is B. Next question. Question number 5. Shweta wants to go from Jammu to Bangalore by taking halts at Delhi and Nagpur during the journey. She has options of 2 flights and 3 trains from Jammu to Delhi, 2 trains and 3 buses from Delhi to Nagpur, and 2 flights and 2 trains of 4 buses from Nagpur to Bangalore. So let's collect all the data. Sweta is going from Jammu to Bangalore and taking from Jammu to Bangalore. She's taking halt at Delhi, at Nagpur, and then going to Bangalore. Now she has options of 2 flights and 3 trains from Jammu to Delhi. From Jammu to Delhi, she has option of 2 flights and 3 trains, and 2 trains and 3 buses from Delhi to Nagpur. From Delhi to Nagpur, she has option of 2 trains and 3 buses. And from Nagpur to Bangalore, she has option of 2 flights, 2 trains, and 4 buses. 2 trains, 2 flights, and 4 buses. The question is, in how many ways she can travel if she takes exactly 1 train during the whole journey. So it means that if she's taking a train from Jammu to Delhi, then she's decided not to take train in the journey from Delhi to Nagpur and Nagpur to Bangalore. Similarly, if she takes train from Delhi to Nagpur, then she will not take train from Jammu to Delhi and Nagpur to Bangalore. And similarly in the third case, so she has decided to take exactly 1 train during the whole journey. So consider all the 3 cases. Let's say if she takes train from Jammu to Delhi, case first. If she takes train from Jammu to Delhi, then she has number of ways she can travel is, from Jammu to Delhi she has 3 trains. So she has 3 options from Jammu to Delhi, and from Delhi to Nagpur she cannot take train. So she has option of 3 buses from Delhi to Nagpur, and in the Nagpur to Bangalore she cannot take train. She has left with 6 options of 2 flights and 6 buses. So total number of ways she can travel if she takes train from Jammu to Delhi will be equal to 3 into 3 into 6. That is 3 into 3 into 6, which will be equal to 6 into 54 ways. Case second, if she takes train from Delhi to Nagpur. So in that case, if she takes train from Delhi to Nagpur, she has option of 2 trains only, and 2 options of train, and from Jammu to Delhi she cannot take train. Now she has options of 2 flights, and from Nagpur to Bangalore she has options of 2 flights and 4 buses. That is total 6 options. Now it implies that she has options of 2 into 2 into 6 options of journey if she takes train from Delhi to Nagpur. That is 2 into 2 into 6, which will be equal to 24 ways. And the last case third, if she takes trains from Nagpur to Bangalore, in that case she can take 2 trains from Nagpur to Bangalore. So 2 options here, and she cannot take train from Delhi to Nagpur. So she has options of 3 buses, and from Jammu to Delhi she cannot take train. So she has options of 2 flights only. So total number of ways she can travel is equal to 2 into 3 into 2. If she take train from Nagpur to Bangalore, she has option of 2 into 2 into 3, which is equal to 12 ways. So total number of ways of his journey she will be, by addition rule we can say 54 plus 24 plus 12. So total ways will be 54 plus 24 plus 12, which will be equal to 90 ways. Next question number 6. How many positive integers of at most 3 digits are there such that the product of their digits is 30? So we have to count the number of integers whose the product of digits are 30. So for example, let's say your number is 65. Then the digits is 6 and 5, and its product is equal to 6 into 5, which is 30. So this is the number whose product of digits is equal to 30. So we have to count the number of integers whose digits product is equal to 30. So let's count. So first check the digits whose product is equal to 30. So we have to count the integers of at most 3 digits. That is digits with that is integers with 1 digit, 2 digits and 3 digits. 1 digit it is not possible because product cannot be equal to 30. So we have to count. So first set the digits whose product is 30. So factorization of 30 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5, and we can also write 1. So digits whose product is equal to 30 are 2, 3, 5. Product of these is equal to 30, or again 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So 6 and 5 are the digits whose product are 30, or because we have to consider the digits of integers of the 3 digits, so we again can write in integers of the digits 1, 6 and 5. So let's count the number of integers formed by the integers 2, 3 and 5. That will be equal to 3 into 2 into 1. Here we are not considering repetitions, because what happen if we will consider repetition? If we are considering repetition, then 2 and 3, let's say this will be an integers forming by the digits, but the product of these digits is not equal to 30. So all the integers where repetition is allowed, we are not considering those integers. That's why we are counting numbers as 3 into 2 into 1. That will be equal to 6. The number of integers forming by the 6 and 5 will be equal to, because we are considering integers of 2 digits, will be equal to 2 for the first place, 2 options for the first place, and 1 option for the second place. This will be equal to 2. Again, the integers forming by the digits 1, 6, 5 will be equal to, the first place has 3 choices, second place has 2 choices, and the unit place has only 1 choices. So here again we have 6 integers forming by the digits 1, 6, 5, such that the product of their digits are 30. So total number of integers whose product is 30 and are of at most 3 digits are equal to 6 plus 6 plus 2, which is equal to 14. So 14 integers are there such that whose product of their digits is equal to 30. This is the right answer. Next question. Question number 7. A man has forgotten the password of his locker, but he remembers that the password is an even number between 800 and 2250. He also knows that the password does not contain the digit 3, 5 and 7. What is the maximum number of attempts he will require to open his locker? Here maximum is important because it means that we have to count all the possible numbers between 800 and 2250. So let's count all these integers between these two numbers, including 800 and 2250. You have to check for all the integers which is an even number and does not contain the digit 3, 5 and 7. Okay, so let's count all these numbers. So let's count the number of 3 digits first. So first case, number is in between, the numbers in between 800 to 999. So it is a 3-digit number, integer. For the first place, we have only 2 choices, 8 and 9. So we have 2 choices for third place, and for the second place we have all the choices from 0 to 9 except 3, 5 and 7. That is, we have 7 choices for third place. And for the last place, since it is an even number, we have 5 even digits and all 5 digits are possible here. So total number of integers between 800 and 999 is 2 into 7 into 5. That will be your 70. Second case, let's count the number between 1000 to 1999. So it is a 4-digit number. Let's say these are the 4-digit number. For the very first place, we have only one choice, that is 1 only. One choice here. And for the second and third place, we have all the choices from 0 to 9. that is 7 choice except 3, 5 and 7. So it has 7 choices, and the second place also has 7 choices. And again for the last digit it should be a even integer, even number, so it has 5 choices. So number of integer between 1000 and 1999 will be 1 into 7 into 7 into 5. That will be your 245 numbers. Case third, let's count the number between 2000 to 2199. So again it is a 4-digit number. Let's say all the 4 digit will be filled here. And for the first place we have only one choice, which is 2. And for the second place we have two choices, 0 and 1. That is two choices for the second place. And for third place we have all the choices except 3, 5 and 7. Again it has 7 choices for the third place. And for the last place, that is unit place, we have 5 choices because it is an even number. So number of integers between 2000 and 2199 will be 1 into 2 into 7 into 5. That will be again your 10 into 7. That will be 70 numbers. And why we need to consider these two different cases? Why not in the single case? Because if we consider case from 1000 to 2199, then the second place, here we have 7 possibilities and here we have 2 possibilities. So that's why we have to consider them as different cases. Case 4, the number of integer between 2200 to 2250. Here again 4-digit number. For first place we have only one choice, which is 2. And for the second place we have again one choice, which is 2. And for the third choice we have digit 0, 1, 2 and 4, because 3 and 5 are not acceptable. So we have 4 choices for the third place, and for the last place we have 5 choices, that is even numbers only. That is the number of integers between 2200 to 2250 will be 4 into 5. That will be your 20. Hence by addition rule, total maximum attempts he requires to open his locker will be sum of all the cases, that is 20 plus 70 plus 245, and for the first case it was 70. So it will be 70 plus 245 plus 70 plus 20. That will be your 405. It is the answer. Next, question number 8. The pizza shop has 4 types of pizzas, and each of them comes in the 3 different sizes: large, medium and small. That is, pizza shop has 4 types of pizza, and each of the types comes into 3 different sizes. A customer is also given the options of adding extra cheese or extra paneer or extra vegetables, where customer can choose to add any one or any two or all or none of them. In how many ways can a pizza be ordered? So shop has 4 types of pizzas, and all of them are coming into 3 different sizes: small size, medium size and large size. So if customer chooses to add none of them, then he can order the pizzas into 3 ways by the multiplication rule. So if he chooses none of the given option, then the number of ways he can order the pizza will be 4 into 3. That will be your 12 ways. But if he chooses only one given option, that is either cheese or either paneer or either vegetable, then his second, if he chooses only one given option, then he can order the pizzas into 4 different type of pizzas, and all it coming into 3 different sizes, and he has 3 options out of which he has to choose one. That is, he can do in 3C1 ways. That will be 3. That is, he can order his pizza into 4 into 3 ways. That will be your 9 into 4, 36 ways. Case third, if he chooses to add two given options, then he can order the pizzas into 4 into 3, the same 4 different pizzas. They are coming to 3 ways, but if he chooses to add 2 options, then out of 3 options he can choose any 2, which can be done into 3C2 ways. So again it will be 4 into 3 into 3, that is 36 ways. Next, if he chooses to add all of them, that is, if he chooses to add all of them, this is that he can order his pizza into 4 into 3 into 3C3, that will be 1 ways. That is, choose all 3. That so it can be done into 12 ways. So total number of ways, a customer can order his pizzas will be 12 plus 36 plus 36 plus 12, that will be 96 ways. A family of 3 members met 5 people at a function and they were all seated around a circular table. Choose the correct options. In the option A and B, it says that they can occupy their seats in 120 ways or 720 ways if all the 3 members are decided to sit together. So we have to count the number of ways they can occupy their seats if all the 3 family members are decided to sit together. So let's count. 3 family members are meeting 5 people. So total 8 people are supposed to sit around a circular table. But if all the 3 family members are allowed, or if all the 3 family members are decided to sit together, then consider all 3 family member as a single person. Let's say all 3 family members, we will consider them as a single person. Then this single person can shuffle themselves into 3 factorial ways, and they are meeting to 5 members, that is 1 2 3 4 5. Then again, if we consider them as a single person, are they meeting with the 5%, then total 6 persons are supposed to sit in the circular table, around a circular table. So it can be done into 5 factorial ways, but these 3 family members can shuffle themselves, so it can be done into 3 factorial ways. So total number of ways they can sit around a circular table will be 120 into 6, that will be of 720. So 720 ways they can occupy their seat if all 3 members are allowed to sit together. So option A is wrong, option B is right. For option C and D, they can occupy their seats in 4320 ways if not all 3 members sit together. So here we have counted the number of ways where all the family members are decided to sit together. If we consider the total number of ways in which 8 persons sit around a circular table, that will be your 7 factorial ways, that will be 5040. So this is the number of ways in which 8 persons can sit around a circular table, and this is the number of ways where 3 persons are decided to sit together. So number of ways in which all 3 members are never sitting together will be difference of these two. Number of ways where number of base to sit around the circular table when not all three members sit together will be 5040 minus 720, that will be equal to 4320 base. So right answer is C and D option is wrong. So B and C are right for 9th question. Let's move to the next question. Question number 10. 8 girls were playing a game during which they decided to sit around two concentric circles as shown in figure 5.1.p. Here it is shown that 8 girls are allowed to sit in a two concentric circles. Four out of them will sit in the inner circle and remaining 4 will sit on the outer circle. In how many ways can they occupy their places if Priya, who is the game master, has to sit in the outer circle? We can see that here 4 girls are decided to sit in the inner circle and remaining 4 are allowed to sit in the outer circle where the game master Priya has decided to sit in the outer circle only. So we have to count the number of ways they can occupy their seats. So there are total 8 girls in which Priya has decided to sit in the outer circle. So first let's choose the 4 girls for the inner circles. Because Priya has decided to sit in the outer circle, so for the inner circle we can choose 4 girls out of 7 girls. So that can be done into 4, 7 C ways. Now this chosen girls can sit in the inner circle in 3 factorial way because it is a circular permutation. So the number of ways to fill the inner circle seats will be 7C4 into 3 factorial ways. Now and once girls has occupied the seat in the inner circle, the outer circle will be considered as a linear permutation because let's assume inner girls has taken their seat as this. Now if 4 girls sit in that way, let's say 4 girls, namely Priya A, B and C. This and the next, if Priya decided to sit in here A, B and C, then these two will be considered as two different ways because now their relative position with respect to the inner circle has changed. So it will be considered as a linear permutation, not a circular permutation. So number of ways where 4 remaining girls can sit in the outer circle will be equal to 4 factorial ways because it is a linear permutation, not a circular permutation because the relative positions with respect to inner circle will change. So right answer is B. Question number 11. David wants to create an account on a learning application in which he has to provide a username and a password. The username must be such that the first 5 characters are alphabets followed by 2 or 3 digits. And the password must contain 7 characters out of which the first 2 alphabets followed by a 5-digit odd number. The last digit of password must be larger than the second last digit and no digit should be 0. If you cannot use alphabets in the password which has already been used in the username, then which of the following is true. So first let's collect all the information. So for the username he can use 5 alphabets and then he can use either 2 digits or either 3 digits. So let's assume if he chooses only 2 digits, then the alphabets he can use any of the 26 alphabets. For the second alphabet he can use any of the 26 alphabet. Again we can repeat the alphabet, so all the 5 alphabets he can use any of the 26 alphabets. So number of ways to fill his alphabet will be 26 raised to power 5, and for the digits he has 10 choices, and for the second digits again he has 10 choices, so 10 into 10. So number of ways to generate his username will be 26 raised to power 5 into 100 if he chooses only digits. And if he chooses 3 digits, then the number of ways will be, again he can choose into 26 first alphabets into 26 ways. Similarly for all the alphabets, the number of ways to choose alphabets will be 26 raised to power 5, and for the digits he has 10 choices for all three places, 10 into 10 into 10. So that will be your 26 raised to power 5 into 1000. So total number of ways to generate his username will be addition of these two by the addition rule. That will be your 26 raised to power 5 will be common, and it will be 100 plus 1000. That will be your 1100 into 26 raised to power 5. So is the right answer, B is the wrong. For C, D, we have to find the number of password if he chooses username as a David343. Now we have to find the number of password he can generate. For the password, we have to use two alphabets followed by 5-digit odd number. The digits must be odd, and the last digit of the password must be larger than the second last digit, and no digit should be 0. And he cannot use the alphabets in the password which has already been used in the username. And he uses his David343 as a username, so he cannot use alphabet D, A, V, I, and D. Now let's collect all the information. David has chooses David343 as a username. So in the password he can use the alphabets D, A, D, V, and I. Now for the username he have to use two alphabets followed by 5-digit odd number. That will be your 5-digit odd number. So let's count for the alphabets. He has 22 ways for the first alphabet, and for the second alphabet he has 22 ways, because he cannot use the alphabet A, D, V, and I because he has already used in the username. So let's count the 5-digit odd number separately, and then we will multiply by it by 22 into 22. That will be your answer. So for the 5-digit odd number, 0 is not allowed in the number, and it should be an odd number. So for the unit place, we have choices of 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. And it is given that the last digit should be larger than second last digits. So if he chooses 1 at the unit place, then surely it cannot be greater than the second last digit, because 0 is not allowed in the number. So 1 will be not be placed at the unit place. We have only 4 choices for the unit place. So consider all the cases separately. Case first, when the unit place is 9. So the 5-digit odd number, if we chooses 9 at the unit place, then it has only one possibility, which is 9. And this for the second last digit, we have all the possibilities from 1 to 8, and from here, and remaining digits can be filled up the any of the digits from 1 to 9. So it can be filled by 9 base. This can again be filled by 9 base, and this can again be filled by 9 place. So if the unit place is 9, then number of odd digit number will be 9 into 9 into 9 into 8. And if the unit place is 7, then let's say it is a odd 5-digit odd number, and unit place is 7, so it can be filled by one place, and because it should be larger than the second last digit, so it can be filled by any of the number from 1 to 6 only. So it has only 6 ways, and remaining 3 digits can be filled from any of the number except 0. So it can be filled by 9 ways. Again, this can be filled by 9 ways, this can be filled by 9 ways. So number of ways, if the unit place is 7, will be 9 into 9 into 9 into 6. Similarly, if third case, if unit place is 5, then this can be filled by 5 only, that is one way. This can be filled by any of the number from 1 to 4 only, because it should be the unit place should be the larger than the second last place digit. So it can be filled by 4 ways. again these 3 digits can be filled by from any of the digits from 1 to 9. So remaining 3 digits can be filled from any of the digits except 0. So it can be done in 9 ways. Again this can be done in 9 ways, and this can be done into 9 ways. So total ways will be 9 into 9 into 9 into 4. And if the unit place is fourth case, if unit place is 3, then unit place can be filled by 3 only, that is one way, and this can be filled by 1 and 2 only, so it can has 2 ways. Again similarly this can be filled by 9 into 9 into 9 ways. So number of ways will be 9 into 9 into 9 into 2 ways. So total number of odd numbers will be, by the addition principle we can say that it will be sum of all these 4 cases. So it will be 9 into 9 into 9 will be common from all the 4, and the remaining will be 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2. So the number of ways he can generate his password will be, for alphabets he has 22 into 22 ways, and for the odd number digit he has 9 into 9 into 9 into, this will be your 20. So when you will solve it, it will be 7056720. So if he chooses David343 as a pass username, then the number of ways will be 7056720. Option D is right, option C is wrong. And for the option C, the restriction is given that he uses David343 as his username. He wants to use distinct digits, no two digits are same in his password, then he can generate his password. So in this way what will happen? So in this case what will happen? Once the unit place we are choosing as a 9, and the second place can be filled by any of the 8 digits, and for this place we have only, because we are not to repeat the digits, it has only, so this place has only 7 choices now, and the second last will have 6 choices because no digits should be repeatable, and the last digits have only 5 choices. So that will be your 5 into 6 into 7 into 8 into 1 base. Similar reasoning will go for all the cases. So number of ways will be, so now number of ways for the password will be, because he has 22 into 22 for the alphabets can be repeat but digits can not be repeat. So it will be 5 into 6 into 7 into, the same thing will go here, so it will be 20, 32 and 800 ways. So option A is right. Next question, question number 12. How many words without repetition of letters of at most 5 letters can be formed from the letters of the word conquer, such that the word always contains the string QR? So we have letters, we have to form 5 letter words, and letters will be C, O, N, Q, U, E and R, such that the word should contain the string QR, and the word will be of at most 5 letters. So it can be of 5 letters, 4 letters, 3 letters and 2 letters, not less than 2, because words should contain the string QR. And by the string we mean that it word should contain the string QR, not RQ. RQ will not be considered as a in the string. And we have total 7 letters, C, O, N, Q, U, E and R. 7 letters total. So let's consider all the 4 cases. Case first, when word has 2 letters, then only one choice is there, because word must contain QR. So only one word is possible, which will be your QR. No other possibilities should be there. So only one ways to form word of 1 letter, 2 letters. Case second, when word has 3 letters. Here, since QR must be there, and we will consider QR as a single string, as a one letter, and remaining one letter can be choose from any of the five letters. So it can be done into 5C1 ways. Now these two letters, one QR as a single letter and one chosen letter, can be arranged into the 2 factorial ways. So number of words of 3 letters will be 5 into 2, that will be 10. Case third, when word has 4 letters. Since word should contain QR string, we are considering QR as a single letter, one letter only. So remaining 2 letters can be chosen from the 5 letters. That can be done into 5C2 ways, and this as 1, and remaining 2 chosen 2 letters can be arranged into 3 factorial ways. So that will be your 10 into 6. It is 60 ways, 60 words. Next, case 4, when word has 5 letters. Same way, QR must be there. We are considering as a single letter. Remaining 3 letters can be chosen from 5 letters, and these 3 chosen 3 and 1 as QR can be arranged into 4 factorial ways. So it can be done into 10 into 24, that will be your 240 words. The total words containing QR and without repetition will be 240 plus 60 plus 1 and 10. 1 plus 10, that will be your 311 words. So answer will be 311 words are there of at most 5 letters without repetition of letters, and it must contain the string QR. Thank you.